Smoke, screams, and sirens filled the night, but among the chaos, one figure stood out. A frail woman, barefoot and trembling, rushed into the flames when everyone else ran away. Moments later, she staggered out, coughing, clutching a small child to her chest. But what no one expected was that within minutes, a black luxury car would pull up, and a powerful CEO would step out, searching desperately for her. Before we dive into this unbelievable true story of courage, fate, and second chances, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Hopeful Stories, where every story reminds you that light still lives in the darkest places. The night was colder than usual, the kind of chill that seeps through layers and into your bones. On a dim corner of the city's old industrial district, a woman named Clara Jennings huddled beneath a tattered blanket beside an abandoned bookstore. Once she'd been a nurse, a mother, a wife, but tragedy and loss had swept her life away like leaves in a storm. For months now, the streets had been her only home. Each night she whispered prayers no one heard, asking the universe for one more chance to matter. Across the street, laughter echoed from a small cafe where families warmed themselves under soft lights. Clara smiled faintly. She didn't envy them, she'd simply forgotten what warmth felt like. She reached into her pocket for the one thing she still carried from her old life, a worn photograph of her son, taken years ago before fate tore them apart. "Ethan," she whispered, her breath fogging in the cold. "I hope you're safe." Then came the sound that shattered the night, a child's cry. At first, Clara thought she imagined it. But then came the smoke, curling into the sky from the old brick apartment nearby. A woman screamed, "My baby! Somebody help! My baby's inside!" People gathered, but no one moved. The flames were already licking up the building's sides, and the mother collapsed in hysterics. Clara dropped her blanket without a thought. Her body moved before her mind did. She darted through the crowd, ignoring the shouts behind her. The front door was engulfed, so she broke through a side window, glass slicing into her hands. Inside was heat, blinding, suffocating, alive. Clara covered her mouth with a piece of cloth and called out. A faint wail answered. She followed it through the haze, stumbling, coughing, until she saw a small figure curled beside a bed. She grabbed the child, wrapping him tight in her arms, and forced her way back. The ceiling groaned, debris fell, and pain shot through her shoulder, but she didn't stop. Moments later, the crowd gasped as she emerged through the smoke, clutching the boy. The mother screamed in relief, dropping to her knees and sobbing as Clara placed the coughing child in her arms. Paramedics rushed in, firefighters swarmed the building, and the chaos turned into murmurs of awe. But while others cheered, Clara slipped away. Her lungs burned, her skin stung, and tears blurred her sight. She didn't want thanks. She didn't want applause. She just wanted to disappear again, back into the quiet corners where the world didn't notice her. Yet fate was not done with her that night. As the fire trucks pulled away, a sleek black car rolled up to the curb. From it stepped Daniel Harper, one of the city's youngest and most successful CEOs, a man known for his billion-dollar company and heart of gold. He looked frantic, searching faces, holding something in his hand, a locket. When he approached the mother, his eyes filled with relief at the sight of the rescued child. But when he asked, who saved him? No one knew. The woman described her, thin, pale, with kind eyes and torn clothes. Daniel's expression froze. "Find her," he whispered. "Please, find her." The night that began with fire was about to ignite something even more powerful, redemption. If this story already has you on edge, wondering what happens next, hit that like button and subscribe to Hopeful Stories, because what comes next will restore your faith in destiny itself. Morning came quietly, the city waking to headlines about the mysterious homeless woman who saved a child. Every news outlet ran the story, but Clara never saw it. She sat by the riverbank, washing the soot from her arms, her body aching. She'd lost her blanket, her shoes, even her strength. But for the first time in years, she felt something else. Peace. Meanwhile, Daniel Harper couldn't stop thinking about her. The moment he saw the child alive, something inside him had shifted. The woman's description haunted him, tugging at something deep in his memory. He ordered his staff to search hospitals and shelters. He even went himself, visiting places where the forgotten hid from the world. 3 days passed. Then, at a small shelter on East 9th Street, a nurse said softly, "There's a woman here who came in last night. She matches the description." Daniel walked into the shelter, his polished shoes echoing against the worn floor. And there, sitting quietly in a corner with her hands bandaged, was Clara. Her head was bowed as she sipped soup from a paper cup. When she looked up, their eyes met, and Daniel froze. The world seemed to stop, because in her face, beneath the soot and scars, he saw someone he hadn't seen in nearly 15 years. "Mom?" he whispered. The cup fell from Clara's hands. Her breath caught in her chest. Tears filled her eyes before she could speak. "Daniel?" She trembled. He rushed to her, falling to his knees. "I thought you were gone. I searched for you for years." Clara sobbed, unable to believe the miracle before her. Her son, the boy from the photograph she carried every night, was now the man before her. The CEO, the millionaire, the savior searching for her. The shelter fell silent as Daniel embraced his mother, holding her as though he'd never let go again. "You saved my son," he whispered through tears. "You saved your grandson." The universe, it seemed, had answered her prayers in the most extraordinary way. In the days that followed, Daniel brought Clara home. He ensured she received medical care, new clothes, a warm bed, and most of all, family. The world soon learned the truth. The homeless woman who ran into the flames had once been the mother of a man who now built homes for others. Together, they launched a foundation to help the homeless, named the Phoenix Fund, symbolizing rebirth from ashes. And every year on that same date, Clara and Daniel visit that neighborhood, not to remember the fire, but to remember the night hope returned to both of them, because sometimes the smallest act of courage can set the whole world on fire, with love, redemption, and new beginnings. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Hopeful Stories for more real stories that remind us, no matter how lost you feel, hope always finds its way back.